Hey guys, this is to help somebody out there. I'm going to install a simple radio in my Jeep WK 2005 Grand Cherokee. It's a Kenwood KDC 300 UV, and I found that there are diverse ways of doing this, but there aren't enough instructions on how to do it. So I have a dash kit. It looks like this, and I believe it's going to go in like that. And these are the fitting plates for the radio. I bought this dash kit online, and it's made by this American company. I bought it in the UK, but it's made by this company, and it came in this packaging here. So anybody interested, I hope I'm slow enough for you to be able to pick the details. I'm not so good with the camera. I'm not a professional. I don't have all the gadgets. This is to just help somebody do this by themselves out there. So that's the dash mounting kit. Now the niggling issue is, how do I retain my steering controls over here? Behind this piece here. So I won't go into that. By the time you watch this, I'm sure you know. These screws go with the mounting plate for the dash kit. Now I bought a steering wheel control interface, still from the UK, but still made by an American company. It's called something like 2 Connects. So it came with this interface here, and with this lead here for the Jeep. It's meant to be from 2005, from 2002 to 2010, and it came with a little patch lead over here, which I've already connected to my Kenwood ISO connector over here. So this patch lead is what enables you to connect the steering wheel control interface into the standard connector that we have here. Now what happens is that I've used the ISO connectors because they enable me not to have to cut into the cables in order to make this work. I'm using one hand, but this is how it will connect. The ISO connector that the manufacturer sold has these pins over here, and it fits in with a Kenwood ISO connector. So it's going to be the radio, then it's going to be the Kenwood to ISO, then ISO to Jeep. Then somewhere in between there's going to be the interface connector enabling the steering wheel control function to get through all the way to here. I hope that makes sense. So now I'm going into the installation, and after I'm done with that, I'll give you more information. Thank you. So here's how the dash mounting plate looks after I've fitted in the mounting plates. So I have to get this radio and slip it in here, and then I use these screws to tighten it into position, and then I'll show you how the cabling works thereafter. Alright, this is how the radio looks once it's in the dash mount. So I use the screws to tighten it in, 2 at the bottom, 2 on the side, and another 2. Okay, another one on the side because I had 3. Anyhow, so because this was a little too big to fit, you can remove it. It doesn't have to be on, it's a faceplate. So on to the connections. Alright, so this is the Kenwood ISO connector. It looks like this. So it comes with a provision for steering wheel control, which is over here. Let me turn it. And then the patch lead that comes with the kit, with the steering wheel control kit, comes with either key 2 or key 1. From the instruction manual we can see that key 1 corresponds with Kenwood. So I've joined the two. I didn't want to do a solder connection because it's rather too permanent. This one can be fidgeted with and undone at any time. So let me show you how everything comes together. So this is how it comes together. This goes to the Jeep. Then from the Jeep, it comes to the ISO connector, then to the power cable for the radio, Kenwood radio. So part of the decoding system is done in this interface here. And the interface comes with a provision for a key one, which is over here for the steering wheel controls. So it provides a continuity of signal from the Jeep through this to the interface and right up to the power connector of the car. So this part here is the ISO to Kenwood connection. This part here is the Jeep to ISO connection. Then this part here is the CAN bus decoder, and part of which has the cable for the steering wheel controls. It's pretty that simple. I believe it's going to be plug and play from here. There shouldn't be any issues. If there are any, then I hope I can fix them. So I'm going on to opening, removing the original factory radio, putting this in, testing the sound, and then we'll take it from there. All right, maybe what I didn't mention is that the patch lead has a ground connection, and thankfully I didn't have to fidget with that because the previous owner had installed something which I cut out, and then I'm using the ground that was left to do that job. Yep, all is set for installation. In the beginning, when I put it there, it was powering on, but I couldn't get any sound, so I realized I hadn't connected the remote, the amp remote cable. So I connected it to the ant cont, peak cont wire of the Kenwood harness. So I believe it should be fine this time. And then you will realize that this antenna plug is a little too big for the antenna hole, so I'm going to put an adapter there, put it inside there, and make sure the two can marry. In order for your steering wheel control to work, you have to pay note to these connections here. My steering wheel controls weren't working, but the radio was up and running, so I realized that my Kenwood connection wasn't done right. The Kenwood requires you to remove this orange and this green, and the pattern is over here. I'm not really a professional. This is just to help the average DIY guy. So what I did, I don't have the tool to remove these wires. I just cut them in half, and I'm going to seal them off properly and leave it at that. That should work. So I have my steering wheel controls now. I'm going to install the radio in. I just need to figure out what to do with this antenna because the adapter didn't sort it out, and we shall be good to go. Yep. Okay, so we are in. I just want to demonstrate the steering wheel controls. All right, so
that Jesus called the greatest of all commands. You shall bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they